Sanjay Singh, the Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha MP. We're going to focus on him and his arrest. Now, what exactly has happened? Let me give all our viewers a quick recap. On the 4th of October, the Enforcement Directorate conducted a raid at the residence of Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha MP Sanjay Singh in connection with the liquor policy scam. Following hours of questioning regarding a money laundering case linked to Delhi's excise policy, he was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate under the provisions of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. The Aam Aadmi Party leader is scheduled to be presented before a local court today, and the ED is expected to file a plea seeking his judicial interrogation. Now, the arrest of Sanjay Singh has triggered a massive political controversy. Here, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal criticized Prime Minister Narendra Modi, suggesting that the arrest reflects Modi's nervousness. Additionally, the Aam Aadmi Party also organized a protest outside the BJP headquarters in New Delhi. The protest is ongoing. Now, this is the third significant arrest involving the Aam Aadmi Party. In May last year, Delhi Health Minister Satyendar Jain was arrested on charges of money laundering related to 4 companies allegedly linked to him. However, the most significant setback for the party occurred in February of the same year, when the then Delhi Deputy Chief Minister and close aide of Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodias, was arrested by the CBI in connection with the liquor policy scam. There are also reports now suggesting that the Aam Aadmi Party may be implicated in the liquor policy scam. There are various aspects to this story. Let's explore, in fact, this further. And joining me on today's discussion is political analysts Ravi Srivastava and Suresh Kochatil. I'm also joined by my colleague Brijesh Pandey in the studio. Brijesh, I'll start with you. I'll open the discussion with you. Aam Aadmi Party is going to be made accused after Supreme Court's stricture to ED. The question is that, how does this change the entire scenario, given you're no longer talking about an individual, you're talking about the entire party now?
Well, I think, what happened yesterday was that when the Enforcement Directorate was presenting its case or arguing before the Supreme Court, the Honorable Supreme Court judge said that, since you're talking about, the money going to the party coffers or the party being the ultimate beneficiary so many times, then how is it that the name of the party is not there in the charge sheet or is not there in the complaint at all? So based on that, the ASG said that, we will examine this and we'll let you know by today, which is today. So what has happened is that we have been informed by our sources is that the ASG sometime soon is going to tell the court that yes, now we have also decided to name Aam Aadmi Party as one of the accused in this entire liquor excise policy scam. And I think this will take the controversy between Aam Aadmi Party and BJP to another level. You will see a more severe political slugfest between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP because whatever will happen, there are many conjectures which are doing the round. But one of the key conjecture which is doing the round is that, if Aam Aadmi Party is named as one of the accused in this excise policy case, what happens to the coffers of Aam Aadmi Party, what happens to the bank accounts of the Aam Aadmi Party. One of the things which many are saying is that this may see seizure or closure of those party funds account of Aam Aadmi Party, which can dealt a debilitating blow, to the 2024 Lok Sabha election preparation.
Right. Well, Mr. Kochatil, a very good afternoon to you, sir. I want to ask you, how do you read these developments? What could be the potential political spin-offs?
Well, I think the main thing we missed the wood for the trees is the fact that this money was used in the Goa elections. That has been said very clearly by more than one approver in this case. Now, if you look at the approvers, Dinesh Arora or Magunta Srinivas Reddy's son, Raghav Magunta, these are the people who carried the cash. Magunta family is in liquor trade and they had a selfish interest in it. And they had carried the cash. Everybody knows it was carried in private aircraft from Hyderabad in chartered flights which are regularly taken by leaders of a political party from Hyderabad, who are also accused in this case. It was but natural to implicate Aam Aadmi Party because the final beneficiary is Aam Aadmi Party, but that doesn't absolve Manish Sisodias or Sanjay Singh or even Satyendar Jain, because it is like a thief stealing something from somewhere else and then handing it over to his boss. All are accused in this. The boss is the crook. Boss may be the party in this case. and also the thieves who stole it. So everybody has a role in this. So the approvers are the most important thing. We are forgetting about them. They are the ones who arrange the cash, and they are willing to speak, and they are willing to give evidence as to how they took the money in private aircraft from Hyderabad, from the Hyderabad GMR International Airport, that's the Rajiv Gandhi Airport, to Delhi, again, which is a GMR controlled airport, where the money was unloaded again. The question would be very simple: what was CISF doing? Why were the suitcases allowed to be loaded directly at the Begumpet airport without being run through the CISF? Because there's hardly any staff of CISF in the Begumpet airport, which is almost deserted now. So the question arises is, what happened to that money? Where did it go? Did it go to Dubai? Did it go to the elections in Goa? Was it used in the elections in Punjab? All these questions come up now. The problem is the boss of Aam Aadmi Party is Arvind Kejriwal. Now he can't crib and complain saying that the BJP is arresting me also, because the court has said, what have you done with the final crook? The top of the pyramid is Arvind Kejriwal. And the buck stops with him now, because he has to explain where that money went. When somebody is saying, I paid 100 crores to Manish Sisodias, which has been said before in sworn affidavit, and Manish Sisodia's two assistants have also given the testimony in court in camera saying, yes, the money has been received and it was given and it was taken to Goa for the election. Now, obviously, the question would be, what will the election commission do now? That is the most important thing, because see, the money trail is lost already. The money trail is not there. The money trail has to be rediscovered. And somewhere along the way, the money has been invested. So if an election for an assembly constituency will cost nothing less than 25 crores. So obviously, it would have been used in about 6 or 7 constituencies in Goa, where of course Aam Aadmi Party didn't do well at all. The question is, the money has been dispersed, it's been given to workers, it's been given to people to buy biryanis, buy liquor, everything. So the money has been invested, that money is gone. But the crime has been committed. It is like stealing something from somebody and then pawning it, say gold or something, and going and pawning it in Muthoot or somewhere else, which is happening with regularity right now. And that is where the entire thing, you have to connect the dots. That is what the court is asking now. How come you ignored the top of the pyramid and going after the guys at the bottom?
Mr. Kochetil, one question I would like to ask you, because Aam Aadmi Party has been constantly saying that where is the money? Not 1 rupee has been recovered. So, Dinesh Arora may say something or X or YZ may say something, but where is the money? Not 1 rupee has been recovered. So, what do you have to say on that?
That's exactly the question. When the crime has been committed and the money has been dispersed, there's no more money there. But there's a trail. The money has been carried by somebody. The person who's carried would tell the court how that money was carried. Where was it given? See, nobody gives the money just like that. He would obviously, as Sherlock Holmes would tell you, leave a trail somewhere. He would make a slip up somewhere. And obviously, there would be some way of telling, yes, this money was received, so-and-so was there, so-and-so was given. See, you don't need the physical cash to be present. You need to kind of work out the way it was dispersed. That is the main thing. And if you remember the number of private flights that were taken out of Delhi airport to the Goa, I think 3 of them were taken, were used in the private flights were used for the Goa elections. Why are people not traveling in commercial flights? Why are all the chief ministers in India, without exception, traveling in private aircraft? One can understand a prime minister or a vice president or a president or somebody traveling, because as per protocol, as per their security, they have to travel. Chief ministers also we can exclude if you want to, but lower line party people are now taking private flights. Obviously, there is something more than that. So connecting the dots is very easy. Money trail is money, physical cash is not required. For example, if this has been invested in Dubai in buying a villa there, which I can tell you that
buying a villa can be identified that this villa was, there's a physical evidence to prove that yes, this villa was brought through a proceed of crime. But if there's no money left, correct, and there's, you have one person who's claiming, there are 2 persons who's saying that yes, 100 crores have been given to Manish Sisodias, but you'll have to also prove that this money was delivered as well. I'm just trying to understand,
it's a question of, say, when you have a crime, when you have a murder, the murder weapon is the most important thing. If you don't recover the murder weapon, then it becomes. But today, what's happening? It's gone beyond that. You have DNA testing, you have blood samples, you have semen samples, you have various other issues of tracing where the crime took place. You don't need the actual knife or the sword or whatever was used or the gun. So the question is scientific investigation. That is where the enforcement directorates come into play, because they are not experts in scientific investigation. That is the job of the CIA or even the NIA for that matter, which is why you'll find in case of the Manipur thing, the NIA could crack down very hard because they had the basic evidence from CBI, and they just connected it with the scientific evidence and had these guys in custody in no time. This is what needs to be done. I think Aam Aadmi Party is in trouble because this suggestion came from the Supreme Court. Now they can't accuse the union government and say, you filed a case against the party. Yes, the court said it, we accepted it, that's it. Whether the money can be traced or not is a different question, but it can be traced if the approvers show how they transferred the cash. And that is the most important thing. And there are two approvers in this case, more than two actually, but the main person is the Magunta family, which has actually arranged the entire cash.
Right, Mr. Kochetil, do stay with us. I'd like to come to you on that note, Mr. Srivastava. Here, many pertinent points there made by Mr. Kochetil, but also, this makes me want to question you about the BJP and, the allegation that it has been facing. Now, the BJP is, of course, the opposition is alleging that it is the BJP, in fact, that is behind the ED crackdown on the Aam Aadmi Party. But here, the apex court now itself had asked why the Aam Aadmi Party has not been made an accused. So, does the charge still stand?
Neha, first of all, my intelligent co-panelist talked so many things, and I really appreciate his knowledge about the money transaction and sending and all that. I think he was talking about some chartered planes and all that. But he forgot that I think the pioneer is our Prime Minister, who was seen with Mr. Adani sitting in the aircraft, and the photo is viral across the world. So I think it starts from him. Now I come to our case, Aam Aadmi Party case. Don't you feel that is the Supreme Court has to tell the government that you have made a wrong person accused? Isn't it? That Manish Sisodia has been made an accused and he's been tried for last 8 months, but the court feels that the real beneficiary in the case is the political party. So you have to talk about the political party, and now ASG has no option but to add the political party as a additional accused. This shows the mockery of the whole trial, in my opinion. That the court has to tell you that you are not trying the real accused. You are putting up a wrong person there and you have to try someone else. Okay. Now I come to the money trail. There is no money trail at all. As far as the Goa, my friend suggested that the suitcases were sent over there. The EC has done the entire investigation there, and there were only on 4 seats the cash was, the money was distributed, and that was 19 lakhs. And it is recorded cash, recorded money which was paid. There is no underhand paid. There is no below the table payment for that. It's a recorded one. 19 lakhs was spent, and the party has accounted for that. Now, I come to 100 crore issue. Somebody says on the affidavit, I'll tell you there is a deal, Neha, in this. I'll tell you what is the deal. In Andhra Pradesh, the Telugu Desam party is out of BJP now. Chandrababu Naidu has been arrested, and Nara Lokesh also is being booked. So the party is out of that. Now BJP has no option but to take YSRCP in the fold. The YSRCP MP Raghava's son is an accused in this case. Now he has been made to take off completely that the BJP has done a deal with them that you tell this fellow to become approver so that we can fix Sanjay Singh in that. Now they have made him approver. They have made another fellow Dinesh Arora approver, and approvers are telling that Sanjay Singh was made to meet the sub-accused in the presence of the Chief Minister. Now this is all very, very flimsy, and there cannot be any scientific evidence to this, and this cannot be tried even in the court. Meeting anybody, talking to anybody, or anybody for that matter, giving by check a donation to a political party is not a crime under any CRPC or IPC. Anybody can always pay. People buy the anonymous State Bank of India bonds. People pay to political parties, the BJP, which has got some now 4,898 crores in their coffers. Everybody has got donations. So what is wrong what is the crime in the donation? The crime is quid pro quo. Did anybody do anything in lieu of that particular donation? That has to be proved. Proper evidence are to be proved. Now, this kind of a thing, this fellow met that fellow, this fellow met in that fellow's presence, this fellow talked on FaceTime call. These are not evidences. These are all hearsay. These are all conjectures which cannot be proved when the real trial takes place. I can assure you for that. Now I come to the background. The background is this: Mr. Modi is absolutely lost his I must say that next 2024 election. It is already gone. So to salvage that, he is trying to divert the attention from what? Caste-based census, Manipur, rapes in Madhya Pradesh. All those things are being sidelined to distract people from asking the difficult questions on unemployment, on inflation, on high prices, on economic miseries, on his relations with the Adani. These are the ways to divert the attention, to keep a media glare on this, to have the media time invested into these things and create a photo op among the people that, look, this is a corrupt party. I am asking a question. If AAP was a corrupt party, then how come in 10 years they have got 161 MLAs? How come they have got 10 Rajya Sabha MPs, 1 Lok Sabha MP, a government in 2 states? That is the fastest rising party. And the BJP has got a grudge because they have been defeated not once, twice, thrice, 4 times in Delhi in the hands of AAP. And that is what is paining them, and they are bent upon to malign, to make Aam Aadmi Party a villain into this. This scam has not happened. It was approved by none other than the LG, which is appointed by the BJP. Where is that? When the FIR was filed, the government withdrew it. Very simple. The same party is running, same policy is being running in Karnataka state successfully for the last 5 years. And BJP was running it. So where's the fault in the policy? It's one of the finest policy. So what I want to tell you is that these are the things I feel that the court is in the right direction. But the court should try it out fast, because this is all going to happen till Lok Sabha elections. Another 40-50 people will be arrested. You watch it. It is happening. Maybe Abhishek Banerjee, maybe K. Kavita of the Andhra Pradesh, maybe DMK leaders. They are trying to break the India alliance. If India alliance can survive another 45 days, I am telling you, Mr. Modi may be forced to declare the elections of Lok Sabha along with the 5 assemblies in December itself.
Right. Mr. Srivastava, please hold on to your thoughts. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to the India alliance as well, the India bloc and the relations between particularly the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. But before that, we also have several reactions coming in. In fact, Aam Aadmi Party leaders, Atishi, Gopal Rai, among others, have reacted to this development. Let's listen in.
कल रात में संजय सिंह जी के परिवार से हम लोग मिले। जिस तरह से दिन भर सुबह से लेकर के और शाम तक ईडी की पूरी टीम संजय सिंह जी के घर को खंगालती रही, 1 रुपया नहीं मिला, फिर भी गिरफ्तार कर लिया। मतलब ये तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि जैसे इस देश में एक अघोषित तानाशाही लागू हो चुकी है। परसों पत्रकारों को उठा लिया घर में जाकर के, शाम को टीएमसी के माननीय महिला सांसद को जिस तरह से सबने स्क्रीन पे देखा घसीटा जा रहा था। तो ऐसे स्थिति में अगर भाजपा को ये लगता है कि इस तरह के अलोकतांत्रिक तरीके से विपक्ष की एजेंसियों के द्वारा आवाज वो दबा सकती है, संभव नहीं है। आज आम आदमी पार्टी इसके खिलाफ सड़क पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के मुख्यालय पर प्रोटेस्ट करने जा रही है और आगे भी देश भर में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तानाशाही के खिलाफ ये लड़ाई जारी रहेगी। क्योंकि भाजपा अगर ये सोचती है कि इस देश के लोग उनसे बेरोजगारी पर हिसाब नहीं मांगे, भाजपा अगर ये सोचती है कि उनसे लोग बेरोजगारी पर सवाल न उठाएं, वो सोचती है कि महंगाई पे कोई प्रश्न न उठाए, वो सोचती है कि भाजपा के भ्रष्टाचार पर कोई प्रश्न न उठाए, सदन में बोलेगा कोई सस्पेंड कर देंगे, जिस तरह से सदन के अंदर उनके सांसद चुने हुए सांसदों के साथ जिस तरह से बदतमीजियां कर रहे हैं, तो ये तो एक नए तरह का अराजकता का माहौल पैदा किया जा रहा है।
500 से ज्यादा अफसर उन्होंने लगाए हुए हैं, हजारों जगह पे छापे मार लिए, लेकिन 15 महीने बाद भी 1 रुपए के भ्रष्टाचार का सबूत ये देश के सामने नहीं रख पाए हैं। मनीष सिसोदिया जी के घर से कुछ नहीं मिला, उनके बैंक से कुछ नहीं मिला, ऑफिस से कुछ नहीं मिला, पैतृक गांव से कुछ नहीं मिला। अब संजय सिंह के घर से भी एक चवन्नी नहीं मिली। मैं तो चैलेंज कर रही हूं भारतीय जनता पार्टी को कि वहां संजय सिंह जी के पैतृक गांव भी जाइए, उनके बैंक में भी जाइए, जहां जहां संजय सिंह जी पिछले 1 साल में गए हैं, आप जाके हर जगह रेड मारिए, वहां पर भी आपको एक चवन्नी नहीं मिलेगी। ये बिल्कुल साफ है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास कोई प्रमाण नहीं है, लेकिन क्योंकि उनको चुनाव की हार का डर है, उनको पता है कि आने वाले राज्य चुनाव भी वो हार रहे हैं और लोकसभा का चुनाव भी वो इंडिया अलायंस के हाथों हार रहे हैं, जिसकी वजह से उनके खिलाफ आवाज उठाने वाले हर व्यक्ति को उनका मुंह बंद करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
कांग्रेस किसी इरेगुलरिटी को सपोर्ट नहीं करती है। जो शराब घोटाले में दोषी हैं उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, लेकिन एजेंसीज का मिसयूज भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि अपने पॉलिटिकल हिट साधने के लिए सरकारें एजेंसीज का मिसयूज करें। जो आप मुझे बता रहे हैं कि ये कहा जा रहा है कि क्योंकि उन्होंने कॉपरेट नहीं करा था इसलिए अरेस्ट कर लिया, तो मैं समझता हूं कि आज ही सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर आया है कि इस बेसिस पे अरेस्ट नहीं कर सकते। अगर वो दोषी हैं और उनकी इन्वॉल्वमेंट है तो जरूर अरेस्ट करना चाहिए, और अगर खाली इसी बेस पे अरेस्ट किया जा रहा है कि कॉपरेट नहीं किया जा रहा, तो ये एजेंसीज का मिसयूज है।
बीजेपी सांसद डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन इस वक्त हमारे साथ हैं। डॉक्टर साहब, जिस तरह से संजय सिंह की गिरफ्तारी कल हुई, उसके बाद आम आदमी पार्टी लगातार हमलावर है। वो कह रही है कि पहले मनीष सिसोदिया को उठाया, यहाँ से लेके घर तक जांच किया, कुछ नहीं मिला, अब संजय सिंह को उठाए, पूरी जांच करवा लीजिए, 1 रुपया नहीं मिलेगा।
ये जो भी इनके सो कॉल्ड दिखावटी हमले हैं, ये सब खोखले हैं। इनके अंदर कोई दम नहीं है, इनके अंदर कोई गहराई नहीं है। और एक बड़ी बेसिक सी कहावत है कि सियानी बिल्ली खंबा नोचे। अब ये प्रदर्शन करना, 2-4 दिन और चीखना चिल्लाना, इसके अलावा इनके पास क्या है? 26 फरवरी को मनीष सिसोदिया गिरफ्तार हुए थे, उसके बाद से लगातार ये हर कोर्ट में जाकर उसके लिए बेल मांग रहे हैं। बेल नहीं दे रहा है कोई। आखिर इतने बड़े बड़े जजेस हैं, उनको पूरी कानून की जानकारी है, वो ऐसे थोड़ी किसी को बेल रिफ्यूज़ कर सकते हैं। उनके पास कुछ ना कुछ ठोस बातें होती हैं जिनका अध्ययन करने के बाद वो समझते हैं कि ये तो बहुत ही खतरनाक किस्म का जुर्म है। और ख़ासकर पब्लिक लाइफ में वो लोग ऐसा काम करें जो शुचिता के नाम पर कसम खाते थे, बच्चों की कसम खाते थे, कहते थे राजनीति को परिवर्तित कर देंगे, प्रोबिटी इन पब्लिक लाइफ के लिए हम सारा अपना जीवन समर्पित कर देंगे। आज उनके अधिकांश एमएलए, मंत्री, राज्यसभा के सदस्य, ये सारे लोग अनेक किस्म के भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त पाए जा रहे हैं। FIRs उनके ऊपर हो रही हैं।
लेकिन डॉक्टर साहब, उनका तो कहना है कि भाई संजय सिंह जो है मोदी सरकार के खिलाफ मजबूती से सदन के भीतर और बाहर आवाज उठाते हैं, इस वजह से उनको इसकी सजा मिली है।
आवाज़ उठाते रहे। आवाज़ उठाने के लिए किसने मना किया? आवाज़ उठाने के लिए तो प्रजातंत्र में कोई मना नहीं करता, लेकिन प्रजातंत्र में जो है आपको भ्रष्टाचार करने की तो किसी ने परमिशन नहीं दी ना। अब आपने अगर भ्रष्टाचार किया है, भ्रष्टाचार के अंदर इतने बड़े देश के इतने सुप्रसिद्ध लेकर स्कैम में आप इन्वॉल्व हैं, उसकी बड़ी पार्टी है, और आप जो है जो इस सारे भ्रष्टाचार के मास्टरमाइंड हैं, किंगपिन हैं, जो दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, उनके राइट या कौन सा लेफ्ट हैंड लोग बताते हैं, और आपका इन्वॉल्वमेंट है जो कि जांच एजेंसियों को मिला है, आपका FIR के अंदर नाम है, और तो जांच करने के बाद ही तो जांच एजेंसियों ने गिरफ्तार किया है। जांच एजेंसी ऐसे तो किसी को नहीं उठा लेती है ना।
डॉक्टर साहब, तो कहा जा रहा है कि पहले मनीष सिसोदिया और अब संजय सिंह, अब कहा जा रहा, दावा किया जा रहा है कि अब बारी अरविंद केजरीवाल की है।
ये नेचुरल वे में लोग एक स्वाभाविक रूप से सोचते हैं कि भाई जो आदमी आदमी है, जो हर मीटिंग में इन्वॉल्व रहा है, जिसको सारी जानकारी थी, लेकिन फाइलों पे साइन नहीं करता था क्योंकि अपने पास कोई डिपार्टमेंट नहीं रखता था, बहुत स्मार्ट है, बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, लेकिन अब ये देखना होगा कि जो उनकी इंटेलिजेंस को मात देने के लिए जो है ये जांच एजेंसियां जो है किस प्रकार से काम करती हैं। तो लोग नेचुरल वे में, देखो हमारे पास कोई जांच एजेंसियों ने तो कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन दी नहीं है, हम तो अपने नेचुरल वे में सोचते हैं कि जब एक आदमी है जो उसकी सारे चीज़ की फाउंडेशन है और जिसके गाइडेंस में सारी चीज़ें हुई हैं और जिसके बिना नॉलेज के कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, तो स्वाभाविक है कि अब राइट और लेफ्ट हैंड जब दोनों जेल में चले गए हैं
तो केजरीवाल साहब की मुश्किलें बढ़नी तय है डॉक्टर साहब?
नहीं, अब तय है तो मैं नहीं कह सकता, लेकिन अब बहरहाल उनको चारों तरफ अपनी मीटिंग में देखते होंगे, हर आम एमएलए के ऊपर उनके केस चल रहा है, कोई एफआईआर है, तरह तरह के हर किस्म के केसेस हैं। और ये उन लोगों के ऊपर हैं जो राजनीति में शुचिता के नाम पर कसम खाते थे, बच्चों की कसम खाते थे, जिन लोगों के साथ ये जुड़कर और अपने तरह तरह के फ्रंट बना रहे हैं, इनको सबसे बड़ा करप्शन का किंग पिन कहा करते थे इस रामलीला मैदान के अंदर। हम लोगों ने देखा ही है ये सारा कुछ जो है ना।
Well, Brijesh, you know, this political slugfest is going to continue, but I believe we also are getting some updates from the Supreme Court.
Absolutely, Neha. I think, what has happened is that there was a argument which was going on between Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who is a lawyer for Manish Sisodias, and Justice Khanna, one of the two judges. And Singhvi said that, that the news which has been published in various portals, various channels about, Aam Aadmi Party being made the accused, or why Aam Aadmi Party has not been made accused. So to which Mr. Justice Khanna said that, that what we asked was only in context of a legal question. The Supreme Court has clarified its query regarding political party in Manish Sisodia case, and saying that the question which they asked was not to implicate anybody. Court says that it was asking a legal question: if someone can be prosecuted if the alleged beneficiary is not proceeded against. So I mean the technical dichotomy is that that ED in this case has been saying that the proceed of the crime is going to Aam Aadmi Party. Like, Mr. Kochetil was also mentioning that the proceed has gone to fight elections and all. So the proceed is going to the political parties, to which judge said that if the proceed has gone to the political party, why have you not named the political party in the charge sheet when you have named as an individual in the case? So basically, the Apex Court has clarified that we have not asked anybody, especially the ED, to name or implicate Aam Aadmi Party as one of the beneficiary. ASG, Additional Solicitor General Mr. Raju, has also clarified that in the morning when media people asked me that will you make Aam Aadmi Party a party in this particular case, so they have gone ahead and said that if there is any evidence against them, we will definitely make them a party, and which has led to this particular line of argument in the Apex Court.
Right. Well, coming back to you, Mr. Srivastava, and this question is also open to you, Mr. Kochetil. Aam Aadmi Party leaders, be it Jain or Sisodia, have not been granted bail. And that's where the BJP tries to cash in on the situation. They say that if they aren't at fault, why have they not been given bail?
Let me clarify a couple of things here for Mr. Srivastava. Sorry.
Mr. Kochetil, I'll just let Mr. Srivastava answer this, and then I'll quickly come to you.
Thank you. Neha, I hope, being a seasoned anchor, you are well aware in legal provisioning that a CBI, the accused, the CBI has to produce the evidence for a person for taking any punitive action. As far as the ED cases are concerned, onus is on the accused. Taking leverage of that particular act or clause, the government is dragging the case indefinitely. But it's a fact that it cannot go on indefinitely. You have seen in Manish Sisodia's case, now it has come to a knot that the honorable judge has asked a question on which the ASG had clarified that, look, we are not, they are not going to make anybody, any other party to be implicated in this particular case. We never said it. So now it is coming to the situation, and another certain remarkable observations have been made by Honorable Supreme Court in certain other cases as well, that you have to give a proper reason to the person, ED person, before ED has to do it, that they are taking any person in the custody beforehand. So all certain things are coming, because I think the court has now started feeling that there is some kind of, political slugfest is going on, and there is political rivalry and political scores are being settled via the ED and the CBI in certain cases. So I think the Honorable Court will definitely go further into it, and all these, both these people will definitely get the bail, the Manish Sisodia and the Satyendar. Yeah.
Right. Mr. Kochetil, please.
I think let me clarify a couple of things for Mr. Srivastava. He seems to be ignorant on politics in Andhra especially. TDP was never a part of NDA. Till 2014, they were there. After 2014, they left. They are a part of the Congress alliance then, what was called Mamata Banerjee alliance at that point in time. Of course, after that, they never come back to the TDP alliance. So YSRCP kind of trying to do favor for BJP is laughable because the first accused in this case was P. Sarath Reddy of Aurobindo. He turned approver. Where does he have any political connection with BJP? He is more politically connected with the BRS party. Now that politics need to be understood in that context. I think he didn't understand. Second thing, the Supreme Court suggested, why don't you make Aam Aadmi Party the accused? Now will you go and make the Aam Aadmi Party building the accused? Who will be the accused? In this case, you need to understand how the entire case went about. If you read the entire case proceedings, the earlier court, even the trial court asked the same question. They said, why were the phones destroyed by Manish Sisodia? And Abhishek Manu Singhvi said, oh, they didn't have anything incriminating, so that it doesn't matter. Imagine somebody saying that there was nothing incriminating, so the phones were destroyed. Why would you destroy a phone? 2 phones, that too. Okay, so he didn't say the phones are not destroyed. He said, yeah, they were destroyed, but there's nothing incriminating in it. Why would you hide an evidence if there is nothing incriminating? I will leave it to the judgment of you. Second thing, this is according to Sisodia now. Imagine he's trying to drag Arvind Kejriwal into the entire thing. He's very smart. He knows that he has been made a scapegoat. Now he's saying it was a cabinet decision. It was a decision taken in a cabinet meeting. So everybody who's present in that cabinet meeting also becomes automatically an accused in this case. He was not the only guy who took a decision. In fact, the judge asked him when he's refused in bail, he said, if you feel that the new policy was so good, why did you drop it? Why did you go back to the old policy? He had no answer. Abhishek Manu Singhvi had no answer, except the fact there was a 12% and 80% commission being made. The entire thing smacks of infighting within Aam Aadmi Party. Arvind Kejriwal, very smart. He didn't sign any file. He doesn't keep any portfolio with him because he knows that finally the thread will reach out to him. And that is what happened in this case. That the entire thing is reaching back to the party because somebody at the end of the day, Manish Sisodias, didn't keep the money. And I felt it very laughable when the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson was saying that, there's no money found in his house, Manish Sisodia's house or even the other accused house. Why will somebody keep the money in their house when they know that the ED will turn up any moment? Any kid will tell you this is ridiculous. I mean, the money is not kept at home. It has been spent in this case, and obviously there is a logic to it. One needs to understand where that money has come from. Sarath Reddy has said, yes, I carried the money. Magunta says, so he says, I carried the money. I gave it. Who is Dinesh Arora? He was a very close aide of Sisodia. Evidence is taken on base of what 164 or whatever section that comes in. He's given in the court. You don't need to prove physical cash. Vijay Nair has admitted. Who was Vijay Nair? He was Aam Aadmi Party communication head. He said, yes, we got the money. Now imagine the Aam Aadmi Party itself says, yes, we got the money. And the judge also had said the moment. Imagine why is Manish Sisodia being refused bail again and again? Because there's something called a prima facie evidence. There is a prima facie evidence in this case, very strong prima facie evidence, which proves that Manish Sisodia made money in this. Otherwise, he would have got bail day one with people like Abhishek Manu Singhvi. He would have got bail just like that. He's not. From March onwards, he's in jail because he's been refused bail again and again because he was the person who was leading this entire liquor campaign, the liquor change in liquor policy. And now he's trying to wriggle out of it saying, oh, it's a cabinet decision. I'm not the only person who took the decision. Imagine. Right. He's even naming the LG in it now, saying LG signed the file. So he's also an accused in this. Imagine, that's the most ridiculous thing. The president signs a bill. Tomorrow we'll make the president of India also an accused in any other case. The Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha passes a bill. The entire thing reads down to the cabinet decision. Why was the old policy dumped? Why was the new policy brought in? Again, why was the new policy dumped? And why was the old policy back? This is the simple question the court has been asking, and there has been no answer from Sisodia's parties. I mean, the lawyers, even Abhishek Manu Singhvi says he has no answer, but that the old cartel is trying to wriggle its way back. I mean, that is the most ridiculous legal argument that you can use.
There are, as I mentioned earlier in the debate, Brijesh, that there are many aspects to this debate, and the most important one is the role of the Congress. That in all of this, it's quite surprising, so to speak, that while both the parties are together in the India alliance, we know both they exactly did not have a very friendly relations, but still they decided to keep all of those differences aside and come together and be a part of the alliance called India. The question is, what really explains the pin drop silence of the Congress party?
Well, one thing I would like to say, Neha, is that right from day one, when this alliance, the proposition of India alliance came, and there was talk that that Aam Aadmi Party and Congress party would be collaborators in fighting election against BJP in 2024, it met with a massive resistance from the local Delhi leaders. All the local Delhi leaders, be it Sandeep Dixit, son of late Chief Minister Sheila Dixit, or other stalwarts, Congress state stalwarts, they were very, very apprehensive of going with the Aam Aadmi Party, and what is striking is that in the case of Danish Ali and others, Rahul Gandhi and other senior leaders of the Congress party were quick to react. Now it's going to be 24 hours in few hours, and yet we have not seen a senior leader from the Congress party reacting to the arrest of Sanjay Singh. I think the arrest of Pratap Singh Khera in Punjab by the Aam Aadmi Party government has led to souring of relationship between Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, and this is what is reflecting on the Congress's top brass complete silence on Sanjay Singh's arrest.
Right. Well, Brijesh, also, the Congress has made the liquor policy scam a poll issue in Telangana. Does that stop the party from raising the issue in Delhi as well?
Well, I think, in Telangana, there is a state election. There is an assembly election which is going on, and in Telangana, KCR's party is the one which is the opponent of Congress party, and they are the two parties which are in the fray, which are in the major fight. So, for the Congress party to raise the liquor scam there makes sense. But I think, in Delhi it won't be feasible because, 2024, you're fighting a Lok Sabha election, and in all probability, as sources are indicating, that these two parties will be fighting this election together. So what will be an election issue in Telangana will definitely not be an election issue in Delhi as far as Congress and India alliance is concerned.
Well, let me also ask you, Brijesh, can this case and the kind of, stand that the parties such as the Congress are taking widen the cracks between the India alliance?
Well, India alliance is a conglomeration of parties which have inherent contradictions also. So, we should also not assume that all these contradictions will just simply vanish overnight just because, they have entered into a coalition. But yes, there has been a massive war of words between Aam Aadmi Party and Congress Party, and the Congress Party, the Aam Aadmi Party has also never lost an opportunity to hit out at the Congress Party, made disparaging remarks which has not been liked by the Congress Party, and now they feel that when Aam Aadmi Party is on the other end of the stick, they should also face the music so as to, put them in sync with the reality that is Indian politics.
Right. I'll come back to you, Mr. Kochatil. Beg your pardon, it's quite a tough name out there. Mr. Kochatil, I'll come back to you. I want to know from you, you're here, Brijesh did explain to us what really explains the silence of the Congress party, but what in your view, why is the Congress party silent over such a big issue when its alliance partner, the Aam Aadmi Party, is, facing a difficult time, so to speak? There are many leaders of the party which have been arrested, many prominent leaders, so to speak, and now Congress party has decided to just sit back and be a mute spectator, also just saying that agencies ka misuse nahi hona chahiye. The agencies should not be misused. But apart from that, we really haven't seen any kind of reaction coming in from the Congress party. What explains the silence?
Well, it's simple. Anyway, just to clarify, Kochatil is my mother's house name. In Kerala, we follow the matrilineal system, so that is where the name comes. It's pretty tough to pronounce anyway. So
my
coming back to the
sir.
Congress, no issues. A lot of people find it very tough. Anyway, Malayalam is itself a tongue-twisting language. So
it is undoubtedly.
Coming back to the Congress part of it, I can see wherever Congress is, wherever Aam Aadmi Party has gained, Congress has lost. Remember that. BJP has not lost much anyway, except maybe in Delhi, you can say that, in the first election. But wherever Congress is getting weakened, Aam Aadmi Party is moving into that slot. So you see Delhi, you see Punjab, and you see in other states, wherever they find and they can put their head into it or foot into it, they're doing it. So obviously, Aam Aadmi Party and Congress can never get along together. They did that in the first election in Delhi after Sheila Dikshit ji because they transferred the votes of Congress to the Aam Aadmi Party because the ulterior motive was to defeat BJP. That game done, Congress thought that Aam Aadmi Party will give them a favor back, but they never did it. Kejriwal became very selfish, no tie-up, nothing of that sort. And look at what happened in Punjab. They drag an MLA out of his house in the night and drag him to the police station. Now, we just heard people talking of how do you arrest people like that? How do you do this? How do you do that? And we saw Mr. Srivastava asking same question. How did that MLA get dragged out of his house in the night and carried away to the police station? This is the same thing. And tomorrow, mark my words, Congress will do the same thing to an Aam Aadmi Party guy in another state where they are in power. They will definitely do it. And that is exactly what you're going to see. Because at the end of the day, it's like CPM and Congress are in tie-up at the national level. But in Kerala, they're fighting against each other like cats and dogs. And CPM's Pinarayi Vijayan has made it very clear that Kerala unit of CPM has nothing to do with India Alliance. Sitaram Yechuri on his own has taken a decision. Imagine the Chief Minister of a state saying this. So the alliance is only on paper. On the ground, there's nothing because except in few states like Bihar and Maharashtra, they cannot bring an additional vote to the kitty. So the opposition votes remain where it is. In states like Rajasthan, it's a straight fight between BJP and Congress. So definitely Aam Aadmi Party is going to see that wherever they can actually harass Congress, they will do it. With the ulterior motive is to finish off Congress once and for all, like they did in Delhi. They will do the same in Punjab. And the danger for them is that the BJP will then step into the slot because that is what Annamalai is doing in Tamil Nadu. Something similar will happen in states where Congress is going to get kicked out.
All right, I get your point. I'll take your closing remarks. Mr. Srivastava, I want to know from you, what is the future of the India Alliance with the Congress, kind of deciding to not speak on the issue?
Like my friend, I have heard some BJP people talking about it. If they are writing an obituary of India Alliance before it takes off, the fact is that India Alliance is absolutely solid on ground. The alliance is for Lok Sabha elections. Before that, 5 assembly elections or whatever happens in the particular state is out of the purview of the India Alliance. They will be having a seat sharing arrangement. They will be putting up a joint candidate. Their joint, I would not call political enemy, is the BJP. And they will be taking head on them. Now, as far as these stray cases are concerned, one MLA caught up in Punjab in an 8-year-old case where he was given a bail by the court. But SIT was formed. And an SIT found some clinching evidence, which will be produced before the court very shortly. I don't think that it's a drag-on kind of a thing. So if it comes out, it will go. I want to ask my friend that if any MLA in any state, any different other than ruling state, in a Congress state or anywhere, in a rape case or in a drug case or in a rivalry or any internal fighting, then what alliance has to do with that? The state machinery will take action against him. There is no grudge. Here in Delhi, the issue is the ED. The ED is being misused. It is not being misused against AAP alone. This is being misused against Abhishek Banerjee.
Punjab police is not misused.
This is being misused against your Andhra state also. It is being misused.
So Punjab police is not being misused. Punjab police is not being misused. Only ED is misused. Yes, correct.
ED is being misused. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Punjab police is very innocent.
ED, CBI and the income tax, they are the 3 arms. They are the 3 allies of the BJP, which they are misusing openly. And that just to crush their opposition.
So the judge, no, so you're saying the judge is also part of it, Mr. Srivastava?
Judge, forget judge. Judge will take.
No. You have to say that. No, the judge who remanded Manish Sisodias is also a part of this entire thing. That is what you're trying to aim. Because the remand is not done by CBI or ED. It is done by the judge. The judge looks at the prima facie evidence in front of them and then says.
It is being debated in the court. It is not the final outcome. There are observations.
No, there's no debate.
Gentlemen, I am so sorry to interrupt. Gentlemen, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I am short of time. I have to wrap this debate up. But I promise to be back. And, you know, with both of you, I know there's a lot that all of you all want to say, including Brijesh, I'm sure. Well, I have to wrap this discussion for now. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a blissful day ahead.
He thought he could outlast us. And 1 year later, the evidence is right here in this room.
Who will blink first?
So far from preventing the expansion of NATO, Russian actions have actually resulted in the expansion of NATO.
It's a mess for Russia and it's a mess for the Western world, for NATO and the United States.
Putin is a dictator, and if he loses, that means the end.